So you're thinking of upgrading from lead acid to lithium iron phosphate, but you're wondering how long will lithium iron phosphate batteries last? Well, Battleborn states that after 3,000 to 5,000 cycles, around 80% of the usable capacity will remain. But here are tips to help you get the longest life and best performance out of those batteries. The first thing, you don't want to overcharge your batteries. Once you've recharged the battery, make sure the charger is backing off on its voltage and coming down to the float voltage of around 13.4 volts. So you can charge a Battleborn battery up to half C charge rate, but to maximize longevity, you can decrease that charge rate whenever possible, and that'll increase the lifespan of the battery. Also, whenever possible, keep the batteries cool. It's a lot easier because there's a lot less internal heat created in a lithium iron phosphate battery, but they love to be stored and used around room temperature or a little bit less. So whenever possible, keep them cool and at a comfortable temperature. So it's also very important to install the battery bank correctly. You have many batteries all wired together working as a house bank. You want to make sure each one is doing its equal share of the work. And so you do that by having the same distance of wires connecting them. All the connections are tight, and that will ensure all the batteries are used equally. And finally, it's really important to periodically charge at 14.5 volts. That allows all of the cells inside each battery to self-balance. And so you want to make sure if you're plugged into shore power for long periods of time that the charger will periodically return to a higher charge voltage to allow all of the cells to internally balance themselves. So these are a few useful tips to get the most out of your Battleborn batteries. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to the team at Battleborn Batteries. And in the meantime, I hope you consider supporting Warrior Sailing.